Hi, tenors and special guests. A very, very good evening and welcome to Choir of the Earth. This is the first tenor rehearsal in the wonderful Brahms German Requiem, which we are learning alongside the incredible musicians from the Bergen Philharmonic Choir and Orchestra. So it is great to see all of you. I hope you're all keeping very well. Here in the West Country of the UK, well, it has been overcast all day, grey and dreary. So we're going to have to bring some beauty to our evening by singing this beautiful music by Brahms. And some of you will have been at the bass rehearsal yesterday when I was talking about this fantastic book by Jan Swafford. It is the Johannes Brahms biography. It is a weighty tome indeed, quite appropriate for the great man himself. But I've really been enjoying reading it. And there's a wonderful chapter called They That Mourn. And I was talking yesterday to the basses about this. Of course, bear in mind that Brahms, well, he was very good friends with Robert Schumann and his wife Clara. And when Robert died, Brahms and Clara they struck up a fond friendship, and I showed the basis this yesterday. I'm going to show you as well. They didn't quite make it out on the page there, but you can see this marking here, a pianissimo crescendoing to a fortissimo and down again. And he writes, this is I send a sigh as big as that for starters. So we've been talking about the Brahms sigh, and so we'll be using that as part of our warm-up today. Just let me check that everything's working so I don't sigh in despair. Good. Do we have the Bergen Philharmonic? There we do. I can't believe I get to say that. Do we have the Bergen Philharmonic ready to sing for us? Who'd have thought 4 and a bit years ago that we would be saying that? Yep, everything's working. Well, I do hope everyone out there is having a good day. Let me welcome those of you watching later on, and let me welcome everyone who is watching this evening. Let me see who have we got in the live chat today. Hello, Alison. Hello, Carol. Hello, Mark. Hello, Christine. Hello, Emma. Hello, Graham. Hello, Gwyn. Hello, Jill. Hello, Judith. Hello, Judy. Hello, Kareth. Hello, Kim. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Michael. Hello, Marianne. Hello, Nikki. Hello, Vanessa. Hello to all of you. Michael, I saw a question from you just in the live chat as I was getting everything ready about where is it? It was around about bar 82, and it's where you have a natural sign followed by a flat. It's a B flat, Michael. It's an old-fashioned way of basically saying, because there was a B double flat in the bar before, so the natural is there to cancel out the double flat, so you natural it and then you flatten it. Basically, these days we'd just write it as a B flat because this is quite an old score. That's what that is. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. That will be the case. It's the same thing on page 4 as well. Okay, but I'll go through that when we get there. So do enjoy tonight's session. It really is glorious, glorious music. I've just been geeking out about the very opening of this movement, which is like a little mini preview of what's to follow. Starts off in F major, has a little interlude, a little episode, even though it's only for a bar, before returning back to the home key, which is effectively what he does throughout the first movement. Marvellous. So giving the game away, foreshadowing, if you like. But let's get started, shall we, everyone? And as I say, do hope you enjoy. So let's go full screen. Here we go. And a very, very good evening, everybody. Welcome to this, the first tenor rehearsal of this incredible German Requiem by Brahms. And as I've just been saying, we're so lucky, privileged, honoured even, to be singing along with the Bergen Philharmonic Choir and Orchestra under the incredible direction of Edward Gardner. So we have guide tracks that were recorded live in person at the performance, which is quite staggering when you consider how much work goes into to everything when we're creating guide tracks. Usually you do multiple takes. This was all captured in one go, and makes the achievement of the singer even more spectacular. So we're looking tonight at the first movement, which you'll find on page 3 of the score. And do make sure you've got that already. Make sure you've got a drink of water handy, but we'll get warmed up first of all. We will need a top A a bit later on, towards the end of the movement, but we will warm up to sort of around there, I think, tenor. So if you're able to, please do stand up and plant your feet as shoulders width apart. And if standing's not on the menu, which I'm very fond of saying, that's absolutely fine. Just plant your feet, your shoulders width apart. And if you are sitting, please do also sit up in your chair. Bring yourself to the edge of your seat. And we will roll our heads around a little bit. Stretching these neck muscles out. Wonderful. And we'll roll our shoulders around. That is great. And the other way. Bring our shoulders up to our ears. Take a deep breath. And we'll have a nice big Brahmsian sigh. Here we go. Relax the shoulders. That's great. Just a tilt of the head to one side. And to the other. And forwards. And repeat that. Whichever way you went first, go that way again, a little bit further. And the other side, stretch the muscles and forwards. And within those three movements, left, right, and forwards, just gently roll your head around. Excellent. Thank you very much indeed, Tenores. So, we're going to start here with a nice hum on the F. And just breathe whenever you like. Here we go, nice deep breath. And lovely. Now we'll have a few shapes. We'll just have a yaw, 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 and yaw, 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 yaw. One more. Thank you very much indeed, everybody. So we're going to get started. Please do turn to the first page of the German Requiem. And we can see here the performance direction is basically slow with expression. That's what that means. We are singing in German, obviously, as that's the language that Brahms wrote it in. This is the German Requiem, after all. Bearing in mind, that doesn't mean it's about Germany, or it's to be listened to only by German speakers. It just refers to the language of which he chose. And of course, this is not a traditional requiem. It's not a setting of Requiem aeternam dona eis Domine, which is what you'd normally expect, and the same with the requiems of Mozart and Verdi and Fauré. This takes text from across the throughout the Bible and is much more of a human-focused requiem. The Requiem aeternam is about granting rest to those who have passed away. The Brahms Requiem is giving comfort to those left behind. So it's a very different approach. And Brahms himself said, as I told you all on Monday, that he was actually tempted at one point to call it a human requiem, which I think would have fitted beautifully. So at the very start here, we have this beautiful introduction, which we'll listen to when we capture the conducting track. But it's very dark, it's very brooding. And the very first entry is very, very simple, very plain, to the words selig sind. Okay, remember that in German, the S is a Z sound, and the D on the end of this is a T sound. Selig sind. Let's have a listen to the tenor entry. So this is from the very first entry here in bar 15, and it sounds like this. Okay, nice and plain and very, very sustained. It's got to have the character of a chorale. That of Bach. Okay, so let's sing along with that. Let's go back a little bit, because the entry, as we discovered yesterday, it doesn't happen exactly where you expect. There's a bit of a delay between the last note the orchestra plays and the first note of the choir. So let's go back a bar or so. Here we go. Lovely. Don't accent that B flat at all, though it feels like it's moving towards that B flat. It's actually to place it very gently, very delicately. Now there's 2 bars of beautiful orchestral interlude here. You can hear the breath as we look at the next section. This is effectively a Bach chorale that follows. Do notice it's marked express, as in very expressive, very emotive. There is a lovely crescendo and diminuendo through the third and fourth bar of this little section, and then a crescendo through bar 24 into bar 25, and a soft ending. Let's have a little listen to this. It starts here. The words, selig sind, die da Leid tragen, denn sie sollen getröstet werden. Now we're going to roll R's rather than use the Germanic sound, because it's a much more pleasant sound in terms of singing. So tragen and getröstet werden, and so on. Let's have a little listen to the Bergen singer. Here we go. There's your A, and it goes like this. Beautiful. And again, at the end of the phrase, just a very gentle placing of the last note. Let's have a look at that. So the first two notes, there are 2 beats each. Now, before we go up to the G, let's have a look at that. You can see in a couple of places you are on the beat, you're moving on the beat to the light, and then the tragen that follows moves against the rest of the choir. So be ready for that. Sing through the notes. Let's sing from the first entry of this second phrase, which is bar 19. And let's sing along with me and the piano. Here we go. 3, 4. Tragen, as I say, really singing through. Now we go up to a G and we sing. Den sie sollen getröstet. Listen again. Let's sing that together after 2. 1, 2. Den sie sollen getröstet. And then getröstet werden. Ba, 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 ba. Like the sun coming up at the end. There's that last little phrase. 2, 3. Getröstet werden. Very nice. Let's sing the whole thing from bar 19. There's your note going up to the E flat. And here we go, coming in after 4. Ready? 3, 4. Lovely. Now then, we arrive at letter A and we sing on the C. 2, 3, 4. Now, that's the same thing twice. Obviously, a tiny little lean on the first note of each. Senig sind, making the first note of each of those 2-bar phrases the important one. Otherwise, people would go selig sind and thump the last note. Actually, it's the other way round. Okay, it blossoms during the first note, and then the second and third are like little sort of echoes of what went before. Okay, so that's the same thing twice. Now we've sung to a D. The next entry on D dial light. This is just such a great bit for tenors. Starting on the E, we come down a semitone and then a tone. D light. Okay, so let's sing that together with a big crescendo. 3, 4. D light. Excellent. They take a great big breath, and another big moment for the tenors as we sing light tragen. And you can see the diminuendo there from the D natural to the B natural to the C to the G to the A. Okay, it's much, much bigger at the start of the phrase and then getting softer, particularly on that last note. So let's sing. This is bar 35, starting on the D from light. Ready? 3, 4. Light tragen. Excellent, well done. So let's go back to letter A, which is the last 3 bars of the first page of the movement. We're here on a C. Just let me get to the right place, which is marker 2. Lovely. So here we go. There's our note from letter A after 4, 3, 4. Deep breath. And now we start to grow as we sing. How delicately the singer places that last note. Now I'm sorry to stop it. It's very clearly leading us to that wonderful moment there in bar 39. We come in on the A, which is where we left off. Denn sie sollen getröstet. There's some real tension about to happen here. Starting on the A, we drop to a G, and then up to the C. And you can hear already in that chord, tenors, you are one of the really big crunchy parts in that. And we hold that C sharp for 4 beats, crescendoing into the 3rd and 4th beat of that note before it finally, softly, resolves to the D. Let's listen to it from bar 39 to bar 42. Den sie sollen. Here we go after 4, 3, 4. Den sie sollen getröstet. Again, beautifully sung by the Bergen tenor there. Really making sure everyone understands the C sharp is the important note, but then the D is a soft landing there. Let's sing that with our Bergen tenor. And remember, the Bergen singers didn't want to be identified. That's unbelievably humble and lovely of them. They just wanted to sing. And I'm thinking, aren't I, Mark? They didn't ask for any money for this either, which is, you know, some musicians would definitely want us to cross their palm with silver for having a microphone on them and doing the whole thing. And they sang it for no extra cost, which is unbelievably kind of them. So let's sing with the wonderful Bergen tenor from bar 39. Start softly, grow to that C sharp, and then place the D very delicately. Are we ready? After 4, 3, 4. Now crescendo to the C sharp. And delicate. Lovely. So we get a 4-1 and then down to wrap up this lovely section. It's 1. Getröstet werden. Ba, 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 ba. Very, very gently, like you're putting your arm round a dear friend. Let's sing it together after 1, 4, 1. Again, just beautifully played. Now you can hear what Brahms is doing is setting up the expectation. Now everyone wants it to go there, but no, he has other plans. Da, 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 da. Okay, what's known as an interrupted cadence, so an interesting moment harmonically. So what you need to do, tenors, in order to get your next notes, is to hear those two notes and you are in between. Okay, at this next bit, which is letter D. Die mit Tränen. Die mit Tränen, die mit Tränen, mit Tränen sehen. Okay, so the A with the umlaut sound, listen really carefully to the Bergen pronunciation because we want to make sure we match what they do. The expression is be like Bergen. We can't follow Fieri, so we're going to be like Bergen. Let's have a little listen to this lovely line from letter B. Here we go, and... Lovely. So let's look at those two moments. There's lots and lots and lots of accidentals, and it can get a little bit confusing. Okay, that leap from the D flat to the B double flat is a major third. Okay. And then a semitone down to the A flat. Sing it with me, please. And indeed, let's sing it with the wonderful Bergen tenor. Here we go. And... Lovely. Then, as we were discussing in our introduction to today's session, we move up to a B flat, which is a whole tone away from the last bar of page 4. And we sing... Die mit Tränen. We go ba, 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 ba. Okay, let's sing that from the last bar of page 4. Ready? 3, 4. Excellent. Wonderful. Let me have a quick sip of drink and would encourage you to do the same. How's everyone doing in the comments? Good, good, good. Excellent. Now then, let us... Oh, did I say a wrong note? What did I say? I said a D in error. Where was that? I just want to make sure it's not something... I have a letter B. Yes, I'm sorry. Did I say D? Yeah, what I said was... Yeah, from letter B, which starts with the word D. I think that's what probably confused you. We're going from the word D at letter B. That's what was going on there. Okay, so where are we? We are at bar 51. Okay. Very nice little set of notes there. Starting in bar 51. Die mit Tränen sehen. With a crescendo all the way through. It's particularly nice. Let's have a little sing-along from bar 51. Here we go. And... Okay, lovely. Now we arrive at this moment where just for a moment there's a bit of... It sounds almost like levity. It's not, but it's a moment of... where the tenor line particularly comes to life here at bar 55. Okay. Werden mit Freude ernten. Yeah, let's have a little listen. It goes like this. And... Werden Okay, and you can hear how big it is because the sound is ever so slightly clipped. The tenor's voice just slightly overloaded the microphone. So listen. Don't worry, Connor will sort that out. But let's sing along with that. Werden mit Freuden ernten. Bar 55, ready, 3, 4. Werden mit Freuden ernten. Excellent. Then we have 1, 2. Werden mit Freuden ernten. Okay, pronunciation is the same note-wise, starting on the G flat. This is bar 57, and it's 1, 2. Werden mit Freuden ernten. So the G flats, then moving up to the G natural, then to the A flat in bar 59. So it's basically a decorated way of getting from a G flat to a G natural to an A flat. Be ready for that at the end. And the 10 there at the end of bar 59 is a beat and a half, so it comes off just before the bar line. Let's go back to bar 55, shall we? This big, big moment. Werden mit Freuden. There's a little bit of sunshine into this. Are we ready after 4, 3, 4? Werden mit Freuden ernten. 3, 4, 1, 2. Werden mit Freuden ernten. And then we sing 2, 3. Mit Freuden ernten. And you can hear the tempo's just pulling back a little bit towards the end of that. This was bar 60. Last beat, softly and just getting a little bit slower towards the end. Okay, let's sing that together. Mit Freuden, and let's sing it with the wonderful Bergen singer. Are we ready? 2, 3. Mit Freuden ernten. Really soft. Super. Now this is letter C. Then we hear the basses come in on this note. Now we come in on the same notes. Okay? Sie gehen hin und weinen. Okay? Sie gehen hin und weinen. Okay, when we're singing through this, because this is about crying. Und weinen. Make sure it's beautiful and languid and lachrymose. Okay, Sie gehen hin. Let's sing it and let's take it back a tiny bit. Let's go back to letter C. You'll hear the heartbeat start again. I mean, Bach would absolutely recognize this technique. So from letter C we get 1, 2, 3, 4 basses. And then we sing. Sie gehen hin und weinen. Lovely. And then we sing. Again, you can hear the tears. Und weinen. Okay, so let's sing that together. Here we go. In fact, let me just take it back to the last note of the previous bar. 1, 2, 3. Und weinen. Lovely, and then we can see there in the upbeat to bar 71. Sie gehen hin und weinen. And it is the tenor line that's doing all of the main shifting around harmonically. I was saying this is basically the opening music. Again, F major, 'F 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 major, ' to this big moment. Not that's the wrong chord, but still down to there. And it's the tenors that are doing all of the heavy lifting harmonically. So let's just look at that, shall we? Let's go from the upbeat to 72. Let's just sing Sie gehen hin. Ready, 2, 3. Sie gehen hin. And then und weinen weinen. Yes, you couldn't hear. You've got to be really careful in that bar 74. B flat to A flat is a whole tone. Up to the C flat, which is a minor third away, down a semitone, down a tone, and then brightening. Make that a really nice, very, very natural A natural before it falls to the G. Let's sing the whole phrase. The upbeat to 72, Sie gehen hin. Let's sing it with the tenor. Here we go. After 3, 2, 3. Whoops, my fault. My fault. That wasn't the fault of the Bergen tenor. I misread one of the blobs I've got here on my screen. Here we go. Then brighten it. Listen to that crunch. Bar 78, and we sing. There's another one of those moments where you'd expect it to go, because he's leading us. You expect it to go there, but no, instead. He's taking us to D flat major again. So don't over-sing that D flat, just place it very delicately and with lots of class, please, everyone. Sie gehen hin. This is bar 78. After 3, 2, 3. Lovely. And then just as before, und weinen hin. So from the D flat to the B double flat, that's that major third again, down a semitone, and then up a tone. Und weinen hin. Let's sing that together. After 3, 2, 3. Und weinen hin. Then on the same pitch. Und weinen. And then over the page. 1. Und tragen. Und tragen. Edlen Samen. So just listen to the pitches again from Und weinen. This is bar 82, last beat. It's 2, 3, Und weinen. 84. Und tragen. 1. Und tragen. Okay, let's sing that along with our wonderful Bergen singer from Und weinen. Are we ready? After 3, 1, 2, 3. Und weinen. And 1. Crescendoing. Und tragen. And 1. Und tragen. Now then, we're back to familiar territory in bar 88. It's a forte entry. The words are different, but the music is very familiar. Kommen mit Freuden, mit Freuden. Yes, you remember this from earlier on, where it seems to just come to life and frolic for a little moment. So let's sing along. Here we go. This is bar 88. Ready, and... Kommen mit Freuden, mit Freuden. And then just as before, 1, 2. Und kommen mit Freuden, kommen mit Freuden. Yes, similar, very similar to earlier on. Und kommen mit Freuden, kommen mit Freuden. Shorter note at the end of it. The words are different. There's the upbeat, the little anacrusis there, but just be ready for it. It's all good and loud until the end of that phrase in bar 92, where you have a diminuendo. Let's treat ourselves. Let's go back to bar 88 and sing to bar 92 again. Kommen mit Freuden, komm. Ready? And
Kommen mit Freuden, mit Freuden.
3, 4, 1, 2.
Und kommen mit Freuden, kommen mit Freuden.
And then we sing.
Und bringen ihre Gaben.
Very, very similar to what we had earlier on. Und bringen ihre Gaben. Just watch out at the end of that phrase. It's a 2-beat note. Worth circling there in bar 96. And again, the tempo's just pulling back through 94 and 95. So worth having that marked in as well. Let's sing that Und bringen, starting there in bar 93. It's a piano entry. Note there's a little push, a little on ihre. So lean on that first note. Here we go after 1 and 1.
Und bringen ihre Gaben.
Excellent. Then we sing on this note. 2, 3, 4. That's just such an amazing moment harmonically. The whole piece is supposed to be an F major, but he's been using this chord, which I could go into. I could do a whole lecture on what that chord is, but it's all about delaying, taking us to that chord there. And so tenors, you are brightening the sound with your move from the A flat to the A natural, so do allow that to show in your face and in your voice as you sing. And do make sure it's marked really, really soft. Although it's tempting to go sing, sind, it should be really, really soft and beautiful. So let's sing it. Starting here, this is bar 100. And let's sing with the Bergen tenor. Ready? Deep breath. And 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And then in bar 104, we start on this note here and we sing. There we go. So let's sing it together from 104. 2, 3, 4. And again, don't be tempted to attack that note there, that F, letter E. Just place it beautifully. Now, at E, the altos have a big moment, which sounds like this. Now that F is important to you as you're going to be singing it. Here we sing. Listen to that again. Obviously at a slower tempo, but do notice it starts softly and crescendos towards light. So let's sing it together. Bar 109. Are we ready? 3, 4. Lovely. Let's sing that with the Bergen tenor. In fact, let's have a little run in so we can hear the alto side. Here we go. That's your note when you come in. Deep breath and now you grab a quick breath. And this is very much derived from that early material. It's not quite the same. If you remember, you sang 2 minims in the chorale before you drop down to the zint, and he's just put that slightly out of time to allow you to sing the first note there in bar 111. But so you sing Gen selig sind die da Leid tragen, denn sie sollen getröstet werden. Very, very much derived from that early material. Let's sing that together from bar 111 from the second note from Selig. Are we ready after 1, 3, 4, 1? Crescendoing and down. Now we sing on a G. This is bar 120. We sing Selig sind, and then we sing Selig sind. Such a nice line. 2 G's and an A, 2 B's and a C. So really the tension is with you, tenors, building up to the D da Leidtragen, which is the same chord as earlier on, but a different shape for you. Let's sing from bar 120, Selig sind. There we go, from that G. Are we ready? Deep breath and Selig sind. Deep breath and Selig sind. Excellent. Now, this next one, that fabulous crescendo to this big B flat minor chord, and we sing. Fabulous. Listen to that in the context of the harmony. Isn't that such a great line? Whenever you've got wide leaps in music, it's to show emotion, and tenors, you really are the emotional part here. So we sing D da Leidtragen. Let's sing that with the wonderful Bergen tenor. Do note the crescendo to light and then down again through Tragen. Here's your note. One more time, deep breath, and now, same as before, we sing. There we go. Placing that last note again very, very softly, and that almost like there's a diminuendo on the end of it. Very short note at the end. Okay, we're doing very well, tenors. Just over a page to go. So if we look at the top of page 10, quick sip of drink. Okay. So there's a wonderful moment for the orchestra as they fly through some harmony. Let's have a little listen to this. You can't beat Brahms for just such solid harmony. Here we go. So now we hear sopranos and now tenors. That could have been written by Bach. That's just such a beautifully constructed bit of harmony. And then just this cascade. It really is. It's very traditional and very beautiful. So when you come in here, tenors, in bar 140, you notice the sopranos come in on the second beat of the bar, then the altos come in on the third, and you come in on the last beat of the bar. If we just have a look at what happens here, the sopranos sing D, they then go up to a G, the altos come in on a G going up to the C, which you come in on there, okay? So it's, excuse me. Okay, sopranos sing this, and once you're there, it's just a descending line, and then letter F. Let's sing that together. Okay, let me just check we're in the right place. Lovely. Okay, so we're about to start bar 140. You'll hear the sopranos. Your line there. Here we go. So it's 1, 2, 3. Little swell here. Pull back of the tempo, and again Brahms is just taking us away briefly from that chord, although we'll be singing lots and lots of that home chord in a moment. And tenors, we sing at the bar of F. Again, it's all about leaning at the beginning of these phrases and placing the last note just beautifully. So let's sing that together. Let's just have that little orchestral moment. In fact, let's allow ourselves, let's spoil ourselves. Let's go back to bar 140 again. Here we go. 2, 3. Lovely. Now sopranos echo you, and you sing it again. This time holding the last note for a little bit longer. This, of course, is bar 149. You then take a breath and you come in on the din with a big crescendo. And actually, this is the highest note in the entire movement. The highest note of the work so far, because we sing... taking us into bar 154. Let's listen to that. So we're going to go from 148 to 154, and then the end is in sight. Here we go, and 1. So this is us. Lovely. And then just to the end, we get 2 3s. We hit the sopranos and altos in thirds, and we take the third of the chord and we sing Now once we start that note, you need to really listen out for the harp. We're holding it for 8 beats, but the tempo is really pulling back, and so watch me, and then on the last note of that phrase we drop down like a doorbell, ding dong. So let's sing that Getröstet werden, watching me for that long note. Make sure you take a nice deep breath in the gap as well. So it's 2, 3.
Getröstet
Chord. I love that last harp chord. I'm obsessed with it. So there we are, everyone. Sorry to talk over the last chord of it, but we'll enjoy it in just a moment, as it's time to capture the conducting track for this lovely movement. And we'll be very happy to receive submissions for this. I believe the drop boxes, if they're not ready, will be ready very soon. If you want to record along with tonight's session, you're very welcome to, or use it just as a straightforward sing through. So I'm going to go into conducting track mode, and I will speak to you again in just a moment. And do enjoy this. It is absolutely glorious, isn't it? Okay, so into conducting track mode. Let me check everything's right. Okay, here we go. Welcome, tenors, to your conducting track for the first movement of the beautiful German Requiem by Brahms. Please make sure you've got your recording devices handy, as we'll be pressing start in just a moment. Make sure you've watched the teaching and indeed familiarise yourself with the pronunciation. If in doubt, do what the Bergen singer does, be like Bergen. Do please look out for all of the lovely moments to bring forth the dynamic contrasts. Remember to soften the ends of the phrases. Don't thump them, place them beautifully. Look out for the moments of sunshine and brief levity, but for the most part we want a sustained, very Bachian choral sound. So if you're ready to record, can I ask you please to press start on recording devices now. Thank you very much indeed. And if we can clap once for the engineers to synchronise. Are we ready after 3? 1, 2, 3. Excellent. So we'll get started. Remember, in between bars 14 and 15, there's just a little bit of an extra delay. So just make sure you watch. I do hope you enjoy. Here we go from the top. Bar 8. So 3 bars before we come in. 2 bars. Take a deep breath. 3, 4. Deep breath.
Getröstet werden.
Deep breath. 2, 3, 4.
Selig sind.
2, 3, 4.
Denn sie sollen getröstet werden.
Deep breath.
Die mit Tränen, die mit Tränen, die mit Tränen, werden mit Freuden ernten, werden mit Freuden ernten. Mit Freuden ernten.
Let us see. And breathe. 2, 3.
Sie gehen hin und weinen und weinen. Sie gehen hin und weinen, Sie gehen hin und weinen hin und weinen und tragen edlen Samen, kommen mit Freuden, mit Freuden, und kommen mit Freuden, kommen mit Freuden und bringen ihre Gaben.
2 bars. Deep breath. 2, 3, 4.
Selig sind
Two bars. There's your note. Deep breath.
die da Leid tragen, selig sind die da Leid tragen, denn sie getröstet werden. Selig sind, selig sind, die Leid tragen.
2, 3, 4.
Denn sie sollen getröstet werden.
Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3.
Getröstet werden.
Deep breath.
Getröstet
Deep breath. There we are. Everyone, thank you so much. Please do press stop on your recording devices and send us the entire file. As always, no cuts, edits, anything added or taken away. Just send us what you've recorded. Please do consider doing multiple takes of that for us, because the more voices we have, well, the fuller the sound that Choir of the Earth will be adding to that immense performance by Bergen. So everyone, thank you very much for being here tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. We've got 2 more parts to learn tomorrow, sop and alto, in the bumper extended edition, so looking forward to it, and I really hope you're enjoying this amazing project, something you can only do with Choir of the Earth, the full Brahms Requiem with one of the best orchestras and choirs in the world, right here with us. So we'll see you soon. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll look forward to seeing you, as I say, tomorrow if you want to come along, or next week on Monday as we start looking at the second movement. So take care everyone, I'll see you soon. All the best. Bye.